Here's the truth. Most people believe you need money to make money, and that's why they stay stuck waiting until they're rich before they start thinking like the rich. But the Jewish wealth mindset proves the opposite. These principles were never designed only for millionaires. In fact, they were created for people who had nothing and used them to build everything. The real secret is this: you don't need a big starting point, you need a different mindset. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why the Jewish approach to money works for anyone, even if you're starting broke, and how you can use it to begin building wealth today. Principle Hashon: focus on knowledge, not capital. Most people think wealth starts with money, but in the Jewish mindset, wealth starts with knowledge. Why? Because money without knowledge disappears fast. But knowledge, even without money, can create wealth again and again. History makes this clear. For centuries, Jewish communities were forced to leave countries, losing their land, businesses, and savings. They started from zero over and over, and yet they rebuilt. Not because they carried gold, but because they carried skills, education, and networks no one could take away. That's why Jewish families invest first in books, teachers, and learning. A new car loses half its value in 5 years, but one new skill can multiply your income for life. So how can you apply this even if you don't have much money? Instead of spending on things that fade, start buying tools for your brain, books, courses, mentorship. Focus on practical skills with high return: sales, communication, financial literacy, digital skills. Remember, every skill is an asset that compounds. One course in negotiation could help you close deals worth thousands. Here's the mindset shift. Don't ask, how much money do I have? Ask, how much knowledge do I own that can create money for me? Because at the end of the day, money can be lost, but knowledge is wealth that travels with you everywhere, and it always pays back. Principle Hash-2: build habits before wealth. Here's a mistake almost everyone makes. They wait until they're rich to start managing money. But the Jewish wealth mindset flips this around. You build the habits first, then you build the wealth. Jewish children are often taught to manage money from the smallest amounts. A dollar isn't just a dollar, it's divided into parts. Some for learning, some for giving, some for saving, and some for spending. From day one, they practice discipline with money, no matter how little it island. Why does this matter? Because if you can't manage $100, you won't magically know how to manage $10,000. Wealth only magnifies your habits. Bad habits with small money turn into disasters with big money. Think about it. Most lottery winners lose everything within a few years. Why? Because they never built money habits before the wealth arrived. On the other hand, someone with strong habits can start with almost nothing and steadily grow because every dollar is put to work the right way. Here's how you can apply this today no matter your income. Start dividing every paycheck, even if it's small. A portion for education, a portion for savings, a portion for living, and a portion for giving. Practice consistency, not perfection. Even saving $1 builds the muscle. Track your spending and earning weekly so you know exactly where your money goes. This isn't about how much you have. It's about proving to yourself that you can control it. Because the truth is simple. Wealth doesn't create discipline. Discipline creates wealth. Principle Hash-3: wealth flows from community. Most people think building wealth is a solo game. Work hard, save money, invest alone. But in the Jewish mindset, wealth doesn't grow in isolation, it flows through community. For centuries, Jewish communities survived and thrived, not because every individual was rich, but because they supported each other. If one family struggled, others stepped in with loans, opportunities, or connections. This wasn't just kindness, it was strategy. Because when the whole community is strong, every individual inside it becomes stronger too. Think about it. A single person may have limited money, skills, or reach, but a connected community, that's capital, knowledge, and opportunity multiplied. One introduction, one recommendation, one shared resource can change everything. That's why Jewish families invest heavily in relationships, networks, and collective institutions, from schools to charities to business groups. They know that wealth is safer and grows faster when it's built together. Here's how you can apply this, even if you're starting small. Build your own mini community of people with shared goals, friends who push each other forward, not drag each other down. Invest in relationships, not just money. A coffee meeting with the right person can be worth more than a paycheck. Offer value first. When you help others succeed, you create goodwill, and that goodwill often comes back multiplied. The invisible truth is this: one person alone can make money, but communities create wealth that lasts. That's why in Jewish culture, wealth always flows through people, never just numbers. Principle #4. Think long-term, even when short on money. One of the biggest traps people fall into is short-term thinking. When money is tight, the instinct is to grab quick wins, flashy purchases, risky bets, or instant comfort. But the Jewish wealth mindset teaches the opposite. Even when you have little, think long-term. For Jewish families, every decision about money is filtered through the future. Should we buy luxury now or invest in education that pays for decades? Should we spend this dollar today or use it to build trust and opportunity tomorrow? This way of thinking explains why Jewish wealth lasts across generations. They don't measure success by what they own this year, but by what they can pass down in 20, 30, even 50 years. And here's the paradox. You don't need to be rich to think long-term. In fact, the less you have, the more powerful long-term thinking becomes, because every small choice compounds over time. Here's how you can apply this today. Before every purchase, ask, will this make my life better in 5 years? Shift your spending from consumption to creation. Books, skills, relationships, health. These are assets that grow stronger with time. Start building a habit of reinvestment, no matter how small. Save and reinvest a portion of every paycheck, even if it's just a few dollars. Because here's the truth. Anyone can get money fast. Very few can keep it. And the ones who do are always those who think long-term, even when they start with nothing. Principle #5. Turn giving into growth. There's one more principle that makes the Jewish wealth mindset unique. They see giving not as a cost, but as a way to grow. In Jewish tradition, the idea of tzedakah, giving to others, isn't just charity. It's seen as a duty and also as a kind of social investment. Because when you give, you're not just helping someone else, you're strengthening the network that supports you too. Think about it. Money spent on luxury benefits only you, but money invested in education, community, or helping others creates trust, goodwill, and opportunity. It builds a reputation that money alone can't buy. And here's the paradox. The more consistently you give, the more doors open for you. A client trusts you more. A partner recommends you. A community supports you when times get hard. Here's how you can apply this, even on a small budget. Pick a percentage of your income, even 1%, and dedicate it to giving. Support causes that align with your values or your business. See it not as money lost, but as trust, reputation, and opportunity gained. Because true wealth isn't just about how much you keep, it's also about how much value you create for the world around you. So now you've seen the 5 principles of the Jewish wealth mindset. Focus on knowledge before capital. Build habits before wealth. Let wealth flow through community. Think long-term, even when money is short. And turn giving into growth. These rules prove one powerful truth. You don't need to start rich to build wealth. You just need to start with the right mindset. If this video gave you a new way to see money, hit like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more. And in the next video, we'll uncover another culture's wealth philosophy, one that might surprise you even more.